This village sits on one of Europe's most famous coastlines. Just 15 minutes from the skyscrapers of Benidorm, everything changes. The high-rises vanish, whitewashed houses climb the hillside, blue dome rise above the rooftops. It looks like a Greek island, feels like an Andalusian village. And somehow, artists, retirees, digital nomads, and dreamers all seem to end up here. This is Altea.
Welcome to Costa Blanca. Today we are in Altea, and this is a destination we've been wanting to come for a very long time. We are staying in Benidorm, which is only 15 minutes from there, but Valencia is just under 2 hours from here, and Alicante is just under an hour from here. This is a beautiful place, and we started with Altea because it reminds us a little bit of a whitewashed town of Andalusia. Yeah, if you told me right now we were in Andalusia, I would believe you 100% because it's really, really similar.
Wow, look at that. The further up we're going, we're seeing different viewing points. Over there, I can see the tall high-rise of Benidorm. And this little corner with beautiful window here opens up to this view. That rock behind that is Calpe town. We are going there very soon as well, so stay tuned and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon because there's lots of content coming from this beautiful Costa Blanca. But so far I'm quite surprised that this kind of places do exist between such places like Benidorm, and on the other side we have Calpe, which are full of high rises. Altea has kept its original charm. It has kept its original feel. It's down to the locals. They have resisted. They have said no to the high-rise or the mass tourism and kept the original charm. So that's a really great thing about Altea.
We're getting to our first viewing point, and I'm sure it's not going to disappoint. I'm already seeing the coastline from here. It looks amazing. Oh, wow. I think that's the only word I can say right now. Wow, wow, and wow. Look at that. Wow, the first thing you can see over there is Benidorm with the high rising. It's beautiful. It's giving me a bit of Dubai vibes, even though I've never been to Dubai. But here, look at that. The vast Mediterranean Sea right in front of you. Look at the color. I love the hills, I love the mountains. And on this side, wow. I knew I was gonna like it, but I wasn't expecting this. This is beyond words. But if this is the first thing, I can't wait to see the rest because, my goodness, this is a very picturesque town. And also, this is a very artistic town. Like, there are lots of artist people that live here. And I understand why, because this looks like a postcard. This looks like a drawing, like a picture that you will hang on your wall. It's beautiful. Look at that. More steps, of course. So I think the best time to come here will be somewhere around May, like we are right now, May, June, because the month of July and August, if it gets to above 30 degrees going up these steps, I wouldn't do it personally. It is very, very clean. I'm looking at the floor. There are no signs of glitter. There's nothing. It's perfect. It's really good condition. But it's also giving me a bit of Santorini vibes. I've never been to Santorini myself, but I've seen pictures online, I've seen videos online, and it's giving me a bit of that vibe, especially with the Mediterranean Sea, the color of the Mediterranean Sea, the hills, the white building. It's typical Mediterranean town.
We can see the references to Andalusia because we spent so much time in Andalusia, but a lot of people say that Altea has Greek kind of charm as well. Well, I can see that, but also the name Altea, it is said to have come from Greek origins as well. It means calm, and wow, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Oh. I've seen the pictures of this church or cathedral, but I was not prepared for this grandeur, this size, because this is massive. We're in the main square and we have restaurants all around us. And oh my God, this is amazing, because I've not been to many plazas on top of a hill where there's a beautiful church first of all, and then there are restaurants, people sitting, enjoying in the sunshine, having lunch. And every corner there's a viewing point. I can see the Mediterranean Sea peeping through from every corner. So let's check this viewpoint first, and then we go back to the other ones. Oh, beautiful atmosphere. It's very romantic as well. There's a person sitting with a guitar, people taking pictures, and oh, that view, amazing. Just look at that. And that is why they say it looks like Santorini, Altea, because the blue dome with the white paintings on that, it does remind you of Santorini, and also, if I may not be wrong, Positano. Beautiful. People living here, they are very lucky, I would say, because if they can have these kind of views, this kind of atmosphere, their vibe on their doorsteps, how amazing is that? I would be coming here every day to enjoy this beautiful atmosphere.
Despite all the churches you see across Spain, they are centuries old. This church here is relatively new. This site has always had a church since the 1600s, but this church, as we see today, it was built in the early 20th century, between 1900 and 1910, and it was built on top of the old church. As it was getting old and it was falling apart, they were renovating it. That dome, the blue dome, represents Altea, and not just Altea, it represents Costa Blanca. It's like a postcard of Costa Blanca, and the location of this church is in the main square of the town. And you see, as you can see right now, lots of people, bars, restaurants, but also they celebrate special occasions like festivals, concerts. It's like the town's main social hub. And over there you see the whitewashed streets, over there you see the streets. It's beautiful. The views from here are amazing because we are at the highest point of the entire town. The first thing that came to my mind is a beautiful church inside, but can't you imagine getting married in this church and then having your wedding reception here in the main square and having your wedding pictures taken there in the balcony overseeing the Mediterranean Sea? Wow, look at this. It just doesn't stop surprising us. Every single part of it is a picture you need to take. Wow. I love how boutique it feels. You have boutique shops, boutique restaurants. It's very bohemian. I love it. I'm loving it.
And this town is very popular with the artists, like Julian mentioned before, and also hippies. This has been attracted by lots of people because on that side you see a lot of tourism, that different kind of tourism, package tourism. We have unlimited booze and they are just having a different kind of time, and on that side you have different kind of tourism, but right in between is a beautiful little corner that they have found with beautiful clear beaches, and they have created this paradise. And we have another beautiful little corner here with orange trees and people sitting underneath. So beautiful. Ah, another viewing point. Look at that. Wow. It just suddenly opens up the vista. Oh, where do I look? It's like you're spoiled for choices. You have the kind of 180-degree view. Mountains all around, stunning mountains and the green valleys, but I'm so attracted towards that Mediterranean Sea again. And getting here is not hard at all. If you're staying in Benidorm, lots of people visit Benidorm, lots of people visit Calpe and even Valencia, which is not far from here. From Benidorm, from Alicante, you can take the tram. It takes about 15 minutes to drive here and 30 minutes from Benidorm to come here. Lots of people come here, so this is the perfect spot for a day out. Oh, my God. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Somebody, imagine sitting in there, spending your evenings. Lovely. We're going from one viewing point to another viewing point. And this is the best way to explore a whitewashed town, to get lost, explore little things. Don't follow your map. If you want to follow your map, follow for a couple of bits. But apart from that, these whitewashed towns, they're not that big. So just explore, get lost, and find different corners for yourself.
And looking at the town, as Asan was saying, it's not that big, so you will be able to see the town in one day. The population of Altea is around 25,000 residents, and there is a big expat community here, especially people from the UK, Netherlands, France, Belgium, Scandinavia. I'm now wondering, how much is it to live here? Because such a beautiful town that has preserved it so well. Look at this. I'm getting a bit thirsty because there's lots of stairs and lots of hills going up and down. I would like to go to one of these boutique places to have a drink. Looking from this perspective is completely different, isn't it? It's beautiful. Wow. Should we go here and have a drink here? Yeah. It's beautiful here. Nice. Similar to Greece, isn't it? With the blue and white. Wow.
It's a beautiful little corner, very peaceful, very relaxing and very boutique. I think it's a great place to come and have a lunch, or even if you just want to come like us to have a drink when you're hot.
Now we had a bit of a break. We're going to explore a bit more of the town centre. We're going to go to Calle San Miguel, which is very popular here in the town centre of Altea. Then we're going to head to the beach. Hopefully we can go for a swim. And then we're going to go to one of the viewing points outside town, because as you know, we love sunsets, but we also love a viewing point. But in the evening, we're going to come back to see the vibe in the evening at night, because as you know, when the lights are lit up, it changes atmosphere and it changes also the look of the town. So we're looking forward to seeing how this town looks at night.
And right next to the church, we have the Calle San Miguel, the most popular street in Altea. It is a beautiful high street, even just to walk around with nice boutique shops around and restaurants on the corner. And it is a lovely atmosphere to walk in the sun or even in the evening. No wonder they call it Altea, which is heal in Greek. And I can see that this town is so calming that if you are suffering with mental health or any problems, you can come here, it will heal your soul. And look at that behind me. Maybe this is the reason why this high street is so popular, because every step you're taking forward, that church is peeping through, rising from the back. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you have amazing shops. I'm quite tempted to go and check around, but the view in front is calling me. These villages are painted white for a purpose. Not only they look aesthetically amazing, but also they serve a purpose. In summertime, when these places are extremely hot, they keep the temperatures down. They reflect sunlight and keep the temperature, the streets and the whole area slightly cooler than around.
Right now, we are in a street that is not very touristic. People actually live in these houses here with the balconies. And even here, you could just take a picture and just paint it like we saw the gentleman. He has his own painting shop and it's beautiful. Oh, wow. You think that was a beautiful view, but now this is just another beautiful view. Look at that. So you could be living in this house, and on that side, you have the beautiful church in front of you, but then on this side, you have the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. Wow. Normally, I have a lot of things to say when we go to Miradors, but right now I'm very speechless because you have the mountains here in front of you, you have the sea over there, then you have the church over there. just behind this road there was a gentleman doing paintings and art. It's like a very dreamy town, isn't it? Wow, this town centre is beautiful, but just the colour of the water, the Mediterranean Sea is really calling me, so I cannot wait. I really want to go check out that beach. You know, the beach inspector is back. Oh, wow. Oh, I was not expecting this. I don't even know what I was expecting, but we have seen so many promenades, we've seen so many beaches now, that it's very hard for us to be wowed, but I'm wowed. It's beautiful. What I like is like how wide it is, the promenade. It's quite big, it's quite wide. Some promenades you go to that are a bit narrow, but oh my God, look at the color of is that sand? I was really wowed by the color of the water, and I thought it was sand, like completely white sand, but they're pebbles. As you know, I've been checking a lot of beaches in Costa de Luz, in Costa del Sol, and when I go to the beach, it has to be a wide, sandy beach. But this one, it's got big rocks. We're not talking about gravel. That is like massive rocks. But I like the color, and that's one thing. I like the color of the sand. It's clean. Oi, okay. It's a bit uncomfortable without special shoes. Okay. It's not that cold, but it's cold. It's more or less the same kind of temperature you have in Costa del Sol, really, like in Malaga, Marbella. It's not warm, maybe because we are in May, but look at the color. And look how clear it is.
I'm not a big fan of the rocks. I must admit that. I've been to Brighton Beach a few times, and I've tried laying a towel on these. It doesn't work, but I'm sure there are some amazing beaches, sandy beaches nearby. But one thing I've noticed is that there is no chiringuitos. Is that a southern Spain thing? Because all the way to that and to the other side, I don't see one chiringuito.
Now, does this beach get our approval? We are going to contradict ourselves, because normally we would say if it's not a sandy beach, it's a big no. However, because of the color of the water, you have the dramatic views over there. You have the Peñón, which is often called the Gibraltar Costa Blanca. Over that side as well, you have hills. Over there, you have the church on top of the hill, giving a very dramatic look as well. Just because of the surroundings, but especially because of the color of the water, it gets our approval. However, what I would do, rather than putting a towel here, I would have a chair, and when I go in the water, I will probably wear the special shoes. Now on the promenade, on that side we have the beach, on that side we have the beautiful town with fantastic views. And one thing that catch my attention is like, it's very calm, very relaxing. You have lots of restaurants, lots of bars, but it's more on the chill side. Down there you have Benidorm, and Benidorm is a completely different atmosphere because you have all the bars, all the restaurants. It's more like a Las Vegas, but just with nightclubs and alcohol. Here, even though you have lots of them, lots of restaurants, it's a bit more calm. So if you want to escape the craziness of Benidorm, you come here and just enjoy, just relax, enjoy a nice walk. It's more family orientated.
We are going to Alicante soon. I've heard that promenade is one of the best as well, so that's yet to be seen. But right now, those hills with beautiful villas, I can see from here, they're calling us. Because if you got money, I want to know what's it like living here, and especially what are the views like from those villas up there. And later on, we will be checking out Mirador and Morro, which is right towards that end. Just 20 minutes from the old town of Altea will bring you to Altea Hills. It is a completely different environment. This is the money I was talking about. There are houses here with infinity swimming pools overlooking that, and I'm just in wow. The turquoise blue color of the water and the skyline of Benidorm. Imagine you sitting here at night. This is all gonna lit up. What a view you have. everywhere around me, unlimited view on that side, and the mountains there and the mountains there, jagged mountains, absolutely beautiful. But the prices here, they're not cheap. You're looking at minimum around 2 million euros for a villa here, and they go all the way up to 10 million euros. And to be honest, the views are worth it.
This is probably the most luxurious area in all Costa Blanca, and it's actually often referred as Beverly Hills of Costa Blanca. As you know, we normally come to you from Costa del Sol, and we go Marbella, and we've seen all the developments in Marbella, all the houses, all the mansions, and this area has nothing to envy to Costa del Sol and Marbella because it's amazing.
Just over 25 minutes drive will bring you to one of the most stunning viewing points in the area. That's what we've been told, so let's check out. Wow, they were not wrong. It is absolutely, wow, stunning. This is just the start of the walk that we're gonna do, but I'm already stunned by the views. It's actually reminding me a little bit of Rio de Janeiro with the rock at the back, strip of land with high-rise buildings and blue water. Such a stunning valley, absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to visit it. This is Calpe, and we are here for a week, and this is one of the destinations that we are going to visit. But now, let's make our way to the viewing point.
We've only been here 24 hours and already we are so impressed. This morning with Altea, checking out the beautiful town center. We're gonna go back this evening to check out the vibe and hopefully see one of the most beautiful sunsets that everybody talks about. But now here, looking at Calpe, I know we're gonna be there later this week, but now looking at all the beauty this area offers, I don't think a week is enough. This place is magical. I know I keep saying the word beautiful, but this is just magical, spectacular. And I've seen a few locals here as well, walking their dogs. Imagine living here and going for a walk with your dog, admiring this view. Wow, look at this. Oh, how many more places like this exist in this beautiful country? Wow.
It is so peaceful. I'm loving this walk. And I can't believe there are not many people here. Such stunning views, honestly one of the best views I've ever seen in my life. I can hands down say that, but there's nobody around me. Only a couple of dog walkers. I'm really surprised about that because the weather is nice. It is such a calming feeling. And you have the view of the two cities from one point and the mountains. It's got everything. And yet there's nobody around me. And I like it like that because it is so peaceful.
We are back now in the town center of Altea. It's around 9 o'clock in the evening, sunset time, and now the vibe is completely different because now people are going for a small walk before they're going for dinner, and then having a dinner with their friends and family, and then having another walk to digest the food in this beautiful town, admiring the beautiful views. Back in the plaza, and the views and the vibe is absolutely spot on. I can see every corner, there's people sitting down, eating pizzas, having a good time, and all around the Miradors, the viewing points, they're busy. And particularly that one I want to see because the sun is setting on that side as well. Wow, look at that. In this, you can see the hues of colors of the sunset. It's absolutely gorgeous. People coming up while whitewashed houses in the streets, absolutely stunning. Wow, very peaceful and beautiful. It reminds me of the LA skyline you're seeing from the mountains. Gorgeous. So mesmerizing and beautiful. The light has come on and it looks absolutely stunning. I can see in the distance the lights are coming on for all the towns around it, and we are here on top of the hill.
This is so amazing, and can't wait for the food. It's Italian food we have ordered. Julian's gone for pizza, and I'm going for chicken dish. So bring it on.
This pizza is a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. Oh, I like it.
I'm glad that it has got decent amount of chicken, a nice sauce, which seems like a nice sauce, and lots of spaghetti as well, because I was worried that I'm not going to have enough food, but now I do. So let's just dig in. When the lights come on, the whole town comes to life. Even though it's a very small town, but the tourists have filled the plazas, filled the miradors, and the atmosphere is really good. This is what we wanted to check, that what's it like at night? Does it go really quiet, or is there still life here? So I'm happy to report that there is still very good life, at least in the main squares.
I don't know if you can appreciate it on the camera, but you can see the high-rises in there with all the lights. It's beautiful because over there you have a complete city life. Over here, you have a different vibe, a different atmosphere. It's more like a whitewashed town. And that's one of the things that us and we are very used to, that we live in Andalusia. We have a lot of whitewashed towns. We have done most of them, if not to say all of them. So, but a whitewashed village like you see in Andalusia, it's not typical in this region. So for us, this is beautiful, but we're really used to it. But for someone who has never been to a whitewashed village, and coming here, it is beautiful. It is similar to the Mediterranean towns that you see, but this has a very whitewashed feeling with the maze-like streets, narrow streets, everything very wide, with the church in the middle of the square, the plaza. It's beautiful. If you come to Benidorm, I know Benidorm is a destination for party, but then have a break and come here and learn about the history of the area and fall in love with this beautiful town.
That was a beautiful view, and that's tempted me to go and explore a bit more of the town. In fact, that way I can digest the food as well. And my favorite street is right next to the church, with lots of boutique shops and restaurants. The whole town is lit up with a golden glow, and it's beautiful. You can choose this as your primary destination to stay here in the old town of Altea. There's so many restaurants, so many things to do. You can walk on the promenade, you can go from here to different places like Calpe, Benidorm, Alicante, and stay in a peaceful environment. Just look at that, how beautiful this is, with the lights in the oranges. And ice cream shop at the end, which is exactly what everybody does in the summer. Have a lovely dinner and then walk around on the promenade or in the hills of, oh, look at that. This is so romantic. This is like a typical European corner that is so simple and so beautiful. And on the side, you have the view of the back of the dome of the church. In the balconies, people are sitting down. This is lovely.
What a way to start our journey in Costa Blanca. We have fallen in love with Altea. Its architecture, its views, the beaches, it's all fantastic. If you're coming to Costa Blanca, you have to come Altea. We highly recommend it. We will see you next week from another amazing occasion in Spain. Hasta luego.